Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Eurovision Song Contest 2016 with Radio International, showing you how is it going, what the artists are doing, and meeting the artists. And right now we have the lady who will open the competition for you. It is Sandhja from Finland. Hello, Sandhja. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm calm, at ease. Yeah.
Well, you have opened. You're going to open the competition, but you're open to the rehearsals.
Yeah.
What's the feeling of opening the celebrations of the Eurovision Song Contest 2016? How do you feel about that? Lots of pressure. You are looking forward to it.
I'm really proud about it. I think it's a really important spot. People remember the first act, or at least I want to make it memorable. And it kind of, it shows that Sing It Away is a song that, people think that it has a message, or it's good enough to open the show. And I think, it's like the celebration that opens the show. And I'm really proud of that spot. I'm really, really grateful.
I've read in your biography that you are a self-taught musician. How do you train yourself to become a musician?
I don't know. I have no idea of the music theory. I understand nothing, so I don't know if musician is the right word. I think artist is more of the word, because I don't know anything about music theory. In theory, I don't know anything. But you can still make music by singing. Just singing it away, basically. Yeah. So composing and writing lyrics, it doesn't require necessarily like a theoretical understanding of music. I have more of a emotional understanding of it.
Speaking of emotional understanding of music, we've read too that you search for inspiration in Guyana and Jamaica. I believe that those places are quite inspirational. How do they inspire? How do those places inspire you?
I think music is much more. It's just something who they are. It's nothing. For example, in Jamaica, everybody was making music. It wasn't something that it was you had to be an artist or a musician to make music. Everybody was freestyling, even though they weren't very good at times. They had no shame in singing or dancing or making music. And I felt like that is something that's a privilege that everybody has. You should not be ashamed of being creative, because creativity, it's very it's very insecure. Like you can you just create something, and then you look back at it and you're like, was this good or was this really bad? It can be both ways. But if you were not able to even create because you're so ashamed, and what if I make something that's really crap? But it's part of the process. And in Jamaica especially, people were very outspoken. They just constantly were freestyling, constantly. And I found that very liberating.
And speaking of styling, of the style of the music, I believe, or I find that the Sing It Away has a little bit of a disco touch.
Yeah, I've been tagged like a disco queen, and I'm like, I'm not sure whether I like that or not. I'm like, is it, when you grow up with soul and gospel, it's like being a disco queen is like, you get that. Is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Is this like a very shallow label, or is it, because I find myself to be much more deeper, have a deeper, core than that. But yeah, I'm still figuring out what does it really mean if it has that disco vibe to it.
Well, okay, then we'll see. We'll see how that works out
Yeah. But
in the coming days.
but sometimes the things that feels the most kind of repulsive are the things that you should kind of. It's like sometimes things that are not in your comfort zone are the things that are best for you right then. Mm-hmm. So people can be talking about this disco vibe a lot, and I'm like, I get this creeps out of that. But then maybe it's something that I need to kind of embrace.
Speaking of again of your core, you mentioned your emotional core before. Yeah. Being a nurse as you are, we've spoken of that. I'm a medical doctor. You're a nurse. I understand that there is a lot of emotions involved with that profession. How has being a nurse helped you in your life as an artist? Has it have any impact, any influence?
I think obviously as a medical doctor, you understand the patient confidentiality. So I don't. But saying that, I hear a lot of stories, and I hear a lot of emotion. People when they're ill, they especially to the nurse, the doctor comes by and gives the information, and they're usually quite afraid to ask maybe the doctor questions, and they're afraid to. They're like, okay, now the doctor came, and once the doctor goes, there's like, hey nurse, can I talk to you? And usually they open up to the nurse because they're there all the time. They have a deeper relationship with the nurse. And you hear a lot of stories. People open up when they're dying, or when they're ill, or when they're in pain, and you get to be part of their lives and part of their stories, and not telling names, or like not using them straight as they are, but you get a lot of influence, and that is important, because in many other jobs you don't get to really get close to people.
Well, thank you very much, Sandhja. We'll see. You're going to get very close to a lot of people in
I
this.
hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
In the show, you reach their hearts for sure. That was a lovely conversation. Thank you very much for your time, and well, we hope that we'll be seeing you around much more.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.